Hello everybody, good to see you. Hope you're all doing well. In today's video, I wanted to talk about something that's pretty under talked about among the trumpet community, surprisingly, and that being embouchure changes. And just through my experience, through talking to people who have gone through similar things, it's kind of one of two things. And the first one being where it's just a slight adjustment, where maybe it's roll in one of your lips or just move it slightly to the right, just to recenter where your aperture is. And then the second one being where you're completely creating a new embouchure, like where it's tucking in both lips or completely moving it from here to here, And unfortunately, in my experience, I've had to deal with the latter half, where you have to completely create a new, what was that movement? I don't know. Where you have to completely create a new embouchure for yourself. And to be honest, this is one of the hardest things that any trumpet player can do. So hopefully shedding some light on my experiences will be able to help people who have gone through this or people who are currently going through this. Now, important disclaimer, everyone is different, everyone's change is going to be different, and we're all going to experience progress at different rates. But I've pretty much nailed it down to about 3 or 4 concrete rules that you can stick to while changing your embouchure. And the first one being is literally throw your ego in the trash, because you are going to sound like poo for like months. At least in my experience, it took about 6 months for me to actually feel comfortable with my lips vibrating in this new position. Now, that's not saying I was suffering or dealing with lots of pain. It's just trumpet is like the most unnatural thing you can do with your body. And then you're having to learn a completely new embouchure and everything. It's like just the most unnatural and weird thing you can do. So of course your body is just like pushing it away. Like, what is this? Like, I don't know how to do this, And of course you're using a completely different set of muscles to do what you have to do. But my main point with this reason is that progress is going to be slow. At least it was in my case, and in most people's cases, you're not going to get that instant gratification that you want. So I think it's very important to understand that early on and to trust the process and really just compare yourself to how you were yesterday or last week, because that's really all that matters in the end. Now, my second point is get a teacher, and more importantly, get a teacher that knows what they're talking about and knows about how the embouchure functions and knows about embouchure changes. Because literally, if you're trying to go through this alone, it is going to be the most deteriorating emotional and physical experience that you can actually go through. Now, obviously, from a technical standpoint, having a teacher is amazing because they're like, oh, play these exercises, do this, and then you reconvene next week for your lesson. But I think it's also important to use your teacher as almost like moral support and emotional support, because often emotions get in the way a lot with trumpet. I know personally for me, I got into like a few different dark holes and I'm like, man, I just want to give up. Like, what's even the point of doing this? And now I'm already like a month deep and I'm just like so drained and I'm not seeing progress. You need someone there to tell you like, man, just keep doing what you're doing. Like, you're seeing progress, and just keep going through it. Okay, now my third and final point is with embouchure changes, you have to do it cold turkey. There's no way that you're going to see the progress and results that you want if you're trying to play on your old embouchure and then practice on the new one and slowly transition over to the other one. It's just not going to work, and then you're just going to end up spiraling. It's kind of like if you keep going between mouthpieces and you're not used to that, your face is just going to be so confused that nothing's going to feel good anymore. And as like a last final point, like in terms of concrete exercises that you can do while going through the embouchure change, pretty much just stick to the basics, like long tones, lip slurs, maybe some Clarks a little bit later once you get a little bit more comfortable with your new setup. And also something that I just like keep harping in these videos is rest a lot, because you're using an entirely new set of muscles to create this embouchure. So they're going to get tired a lot faster and they're not conditioned to doing the unnatural thing of vibrating for hours a day. So basically, to do like a quick recap, leave your ego at the door, find a great teacher, do it cold turkey, and exercises, rest a lot, play quietly, play controlled, all that good stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today's video. I know I say this all the time, leave a comment, DM me. Literally, I know the pain of going through embouchure changes. So if you have questions or even just need emotional support on anything, please comment, DM me on Instagram. Like, we'll talk about it. I'll answer your questions. I'm someone who's gone through all the emotional stuff, all the worsts and all the highs and lows of an embouchure change, so I can totally relate and answer any questions that you have. But yeah, guys, again, thanks so much. Like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.